What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixarmars here, and welcome back to Professor Layton vs. Phoenix, right when we left off. Oh, this is where we left off, but I guess you're cutting back to these guys.
Yeah.
Because we were at the witch trial. We were able to solve that contraption and take us to the top of the bell tower where we found Kira, of all people.
That's right.
That was interesting. But now we're back with them. I guess we're inside the Storyteller's tower.
It's so quiet in here. There's not a sound to be heard, except, my own voice talking.
Let's be very careful, though, Luke. The problem we just dealt with is not necessarily the only one in place here.
Right you are, Professor.
Let's proceed with caution.
Run up to everything and touch it. Got it.
No, not that. I guess we'll examine the device soon. I just want...
Oh?
There's a coin in the circle. Thanks.
1, 2, 4.
Okay, what else around here, though? Can I touch that torch? Nope, can't touch the torch. How far up can I look?
Oh.
There's a window.
I don't quite understand what good it does to have a tower this high.
Without this lift, it appears as if reaching the very top would be quite impossible. What about that window? That window's not on board. The chain? The chain's not on board.
The lift looks like a bird cage.
That torch. That torch is important. Where's my mouse? There it is. Perfect. And it looks very similar to the witch's cage, but this one goes up instead of down. the antithesis of the other cage. Oh, looks like there's a puzzle to this one too.
Well, yeah. Is that what I think it is? It looks like a lift.
Indeed it does. Looks like the kind of lift with which
so
we are well
loud.
acquainted. It is.
But we haven't seen anything else like this since we arrived in Labyrinthia.
Yes, quite. Truth, I didn't think machinery of this sort existed here. I wonder if it's using... what it's using as a source of power.
Well, since there seems to be no other way up, does that mean we get to ride it?
Indeed, it would seem the most logical course of action. I must say, I find the presence of such a device most intriguing. But we can't stand around pondering such things now. There'll be time for that later. Onwards and upwards, my boy.
Right then, let's go!
I know I keep saying this, Luke, but bear in mind that we must proceed with caution.
I'm with you on that one, Professor.
Don't want to fall victim like the Vavitches.
Whoa, that was fast.
Alright, no puzzle on that one.
Dang. Professor, we've stopped! What's going on here? Are we trapped?
No, I don't believe so, Luke. Although I do get the feeling that something is about to happen.
Something, Professor? What do you mean by something?
Is it going to turn to a drop tower?
Oh, God.
Luke, stand close to me.
Okay.
What's happening?
It's a puzzle.
Things came out of the wall. Okay. Tower of Teller instead of terror. Okay.
Whoa. I feel intimidated. A stone statue stands before you. Beneath it lies a panel with what appears to have once been a crest of some kind, now a disjointed mess. Move the panels by touching the arrows that connect them and rearrange the pieces so that the crest is correctly displayed.
Okay.
Touch the arrows on the touchscreen below to swap the selected pieces. Rearrange the pieces and complete the crest. Be careful, as there is a limit to the number of times you can move pieces.
Oh, shit. What is the 4? Okay, so I have to fix this. I'm trying to figure out, this middle piece is blank. I don't know if it's supposed to be blank or not. Because, looking at the shape here, this piece on the left definitely doesn't belong here, but I need to find out what goes where. Because, like, move that.
Whoa.
If I can put that over here, that goes there. I can only move things in the center, though.
Because that thing on the middle left needs to be in the bottom middle.
Alright, I think I did it good enough.
See?
So there's that. I don't know if there's more. It feels like there's more, but... Oh, no, it's gone.
Let's see
and that's it? Okay. Easy peasy.
Did I just help you solve that?
Come what may, puzzles
A little bit.
yet to be solved.
Some good teamwork.
Nice.
I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure because I was like,
Correct.
this seems too easy.
You can sense the approaching presence of a formidable foe in the shadows.
What?
It's not over
There's
yet.
a formidable foe in the shadows? What's
Apparently.
that supposed to mean?
Wow, we stopped him moving again.
That was fucking fast.
Yeah.
There's an entire lift is in itself another puzzle, a place to protect. I don't believe we're in the clear just yet. This may take a while.
How was anyone supposed to read that fast?
How long is this chain?
Well, I mean, the tower is very tall, so... We stopped again! Another stage of the puzzle!
Indeed, that would appear to be the case.
I'll take on this one, Professor!
Alright, but don't overexert yourself. We'll need to work together to solve the rest of the puzzle.
Roger that!
It's like, this is what the storyteller does every day to get up top. Or did before. Oh
No.
god, this looks interesting.
40.
Okay.
Whew.
Ha. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, okay. A stone statue stands before you. Beneath it lies a panel with what
I think it's the
appears to
same
have something
thing,
crest
exactly.
of some kind, touching the arrows.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Rearranged, yeah.
Okay.
It's just a dragon. Just vibing.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably going to use the restart button just so I can get a sense of like. Because if I swap these. And actually, I think that's just what I have to do. Give me a second here. I just think it goes in a circle like that's exactly what I do. This is very easy. It's just a circle. Hold on. It tries to complicate it, but it's easy. Don't fall. No! Bye.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
I thought Luke was gonna do it.
I guess he took over instead. Like,
wasn't
you're too much of a boy for this.
Let a man solve it.
Correct, you've come a long way. Keep it up.
Not Luke, apparently.
Aw.
Layton stepped in and did that one.
Yeah. I did it, Professor!
You certainly did. Well done, Luke. Don't tell him what I did it for you.
But we're still not there yet, are we?
Just how...
Just how far is this going to lift going to take us up,
Well,
Aaron?
judging by all the stages thus far, whoever did this puzzle in place is certainly keen that we don't reach the top easily. We still can't afford to let our guard down. It's almost like things come in threes, because that is the rule of fiction. Everything must be done in threes, Luke.
Threes?
It's the rule of threes.
We stopped again! But there's only two of us here.
Well then, allow me to take this one on.
Not like you don't take them all, apparently.
Can't wait for Luke to pop up at the end of
Right?
this one. Ooh, okay, they're trying. Now we're in the
50.
territory where I can see that it's supposed to be difficult. Okay,
Is this a snake?
like the symbol looks like a sun, but that's a.
What are you?
That is. So it certainly has the head of like a bull, but also like wings and like I guess I could just say a typical gargoyle.
Huh.
Because I think it's as similar as what the ones are on the side there to
Yeah.
it. All right.
Well, no, because those were the little dragons before. This is different.
All right. Okay, the symbol's on the top left of the main
This is a
screen.
straight up demon.
I know the circle is going to have to end up top over here. There's 6 turns remaining. Interesting. Now, at some point, I'm going to have to switch.
It has that little arrowhead tail, you see?
Yeah. So that's going to go
Whoa.
there. I'm going to do this quick.
It's so weird, it doesn't even...
No, this one requires a very specific move set. Because with the way that these pieces are moving, I only have 6 turns to do it in.
Yeah.
I want to do these because that definitely... And actually, I think I might have... Hopefully, this top part is where it's going to get...
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then...
But I got to switch these 2 first, and then switch these. And then I've got it.
Wow.
There we go.
Alright. What?
Yeah, that's more of the challenge I was... Bye, buddy.
Okay.
That was more like I was expecting from the other ones, where like it wouldn't be just like you can only make a single move to solve this.
Yeah.
That one actually you had to think to use those moves correctly and get it done.
Excellent.
Thank you, I know.
That was an exceedingly difficult puzzle.
Well, moderately. Because the
I
rule of
think
threes.
you're probably right, Luke.
Well, this is it, Professor.
This is where we find the truth.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
For real.
It seems we have arrived at last.
Fix the head.
Layton never has to fix his hat. It's always pristine.
It's also a top
Dude,
hat.
the storyteller's
so-
fucking extra. All right.
Wow.
I get it. You wrote this all in for
Blue
yourself.
roses.
Couldn't give this to the rest of the town. This is all for you. Selfish much? It is very nice.
It is.
Could have shared some of this for the town.
Wow, this is certainly different. There are flowers and plants everywhere. I can even see a water wheel over there.
It is a beautiful place.
Ugh, this evening breeze is a little chilly.
You're
You're also like
high up.
1,000 feet up.
Is this the storyteller's garden then?
I think that's probably a safe assumption, Luke. Judging by the abundance of water and rose bushes, it's being well taken care of.
It's kind of how
I'd be
gardens work.
inclined to say the tower seems more akin to a castle.
Yeah.
Who'd have imagined we'd end up in a beautiful place like this? Let's investigate.
Okay. Let's look around a little bit. I want to. Nope, that's not important. We'll look at the water.
The water. I don't think Labyrinthia will have to worry about water shortages anytime soon, that's for sure.
I imagine it must have been quite important to develop a technique for drawing water up to such a height.
Yeah, how do you do that?
This is a lot of.
A
One would
Minecraft
say-
source block.
Or one would say, magic from a witch. Storyteller, how could you? So scandalous. What's that?
Amazing, it appears the structure was really adorned with flowers and kept in rather good repair.
I bet Espellisha must have had quite a comfortable life back when she used to live here.
Boy, wouldn't that have been nice for her?
This must be where the water that surrounds the towers turned into mist, right, Professor?
I wonder if this is what is creating a veil of mist over the garden.
Okay. Alright, check up the coins. Thank you. Not that I need many more of those at this point. But, okay. Tree. Oh, wait. Oh, that tree. I hit the wrong button. There
we go.
What about that water? No. Okay. I mean,
Oh.
door here, so.
This building is really something else. I guess this part must be the storyteller's house. Bella must have lived here when she was younger.
Yes, indeed. It must have been her family home.
Her family. Wonder if she had any plans to ever come back here.
No matter where she goes or what she does, family is family. This will always be her home. I'd say it's highly likely that she would wish to come back here someday, until her father dies and, well, since there's no parents left, the government writes it off and sells it to the highest bidder. And she doesn't quite have the riches to afford this place. So she won't come back here.
I suppose so. Even if her family was only the two of them.
The relationship between Espella and her father may well prove to be an important clue. Hopefully he wrote it in his will that she gets to have the place.
Professor!
What?
Jeez! Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Huh?
I'm proud of you for thinking ahead like that. What's the matter, Luke?
It's nothing. I'm probably seeing things, but for a moment there I thought I saw something moving at the top of the tower.
Is it his will finally coming down from the heavens?
Professor!
Sorry.
Or it must have just been my imagination that you keep saying these things. Let's go inside, Professor.
It's a very random thing to put in that seems very important.
Yeah. He's like, wait.
We're not going to address what happened? Alright,
I
we'll
guess
just
not.
move on. Obviously, we're going to look out for something coming from way high up
Whoa.
later on.
This appears to be a child's room.
Certainly looks that way. For its condition, I'd say it hasn't been used for some time. Presumably it was used by Espella as a child.
Right, so this is where Espella grew up. Something pretty big must have happened to make her leave home so young. Wonder how Espella and the storyteller used to get on together.
Espella's a young lady of strong conviction and a kind heart. And I'm certain that's because she grew up within a fine home environment. In other words, I'm sure she and her father must have spent some quality time here together.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right about that. For Espella, this place must be full of precious memories. I almost feel like we're intruding coming in here like this.
But Luke, we have no choice if we wish to save Espella.
Yes, I suppose that's true. When you put it like that, I guess she wouldn't mind even if she knew.
So, I'm gonna say a little something,
Yeah.
and I'll see if you agree with me. This whole place does not fit the aesthetic of the world.
No.
This feels like it came from the real world.
The real world?
Like, this feels like it would fit more in, like, the kind of era that, you know, was normal before we got sent into the... Like, this doesn't fit the fantasy kind of setting that we're used to.
I think it's just because of all the bright colors.
Do you think that maybe potentially this, like, I don't know how, I gotta figure out a way to loop it all together, but maybe, like, the storyteller, like, wrote this world for Espella when she was young to read to her, and, like, through some means of whatever the fuck happened, the story came to life?
I think you might be overthinking it.
I'm trying to think coolly and create awesome theories like I do.
Like, in castles, this kind of decor is normal.
It just, there's something about this that doesn't seem right to me.
It's because it doesn't match any of the other non-fancy things we've seen so far.
Something doesn't scream fantasy to me about this. Like, a beach ball on the ground? The teddy bear?
That's not a beach ball.
You know what I mean? A party.
It's a regular
tea set.
ball.
But still, that kind of thing wasn't around back then. Not easily. But maybe I'm overthinking things. But it just doesn't. This just doesn't feel like it fits.
Look at all those old school toys.
They're not old school though. That's like the 80s or the 60s.
They're
the 50s.
stuffed animals and like a pull cart thing.
Hey,
Look at all those stuffed animals and toys.
Whoever made these stuffed animals appear to have put quite their heart and soul into the craftsmanship. Well beyond anything of this fantasy realm.
I think there's literally a stuffed unicorn over there.
yeah, that's not unusual for, you know, children of modern era.
Or children in general. This wall is filled with artwork from top to bottom, and not a speck of dust in sight.
It's as if the room is just the way Espella left it back when she left home. The paintings on the wall certainly give this room a rather charming feel.
This painting sure does make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it, Professor?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out... Ah, yes, I do want to investigate, because the bed did look weird.
Yeah.
So I want to, Is there someone there?
I hope not. Crikey! Professor! Behind that curtain! There's someone there! He's terrified. Oh.
Interesting.
So this figure turned out to be...
Just a doll?
Of Espella.
Oh, that's a relief. And a book.
Yeah.
My heart was in my mouth!
Someone must have played with this doll as a child.
And I noticed that the book is, it's binded with like twine.
You mean
red
bound?
Twine. Bound. But just...
Eh? What's this? Look, Professor, there's a child's picture book here. The title is The First Story.
It appeared to be a handmade children's picture book.
Wonder if it was written especially for Spella.
It may well have been. Evidently, the great deal of loving care has been put into the writing and illustrations.
We gonna read? Oh.
There was a bad witch in the town. All of the carrots in the field disappeared, and all the money in the bank was turned into pumpkins. The people of the town had to put up with all kinds of mischief from the witch. They didn't know what to do.
Huh.
Then one day a brave young girl appeared and said to the townsfolk, "When the witch uses witchcraft, she always uses a big stick, doesn't she? So if we take away her stick, we'll be able to stop her." Wrong button.
I love the witch's aesthetic, though.
For real. After hearing this, the people of the town set a trap for the witch and managed to capture her. At her trial, the bad witch said this to the people. Even now, the legendary great witch Bezella is living here in this town. Bezella is the queen of all the witches. She is the one who gives us witches life. The townsfolk punished the witch, and peace was restored to the town once more. To this day, Bezella is still hiding somewhere in this town.
In the town.
But the brave townsfolk will not be beaten by the bad witches.
Huh. Who'd have thought there would be a fairy tale about Bezella? She's a mysterious character, alright.
Tell me, Luke, what do you think the author chose to write about Bezella in a children's picture book?
Huh? Well, maybe to make their child behave? Something like, if you don't do as you're told, Bezella will come and get you, you know, like the boogeyman.
Yes, indeed, that is a possibility. Still, I have to wonder, why is it that some lowly witch is caught and not the great Bezella herself?
Well, I suppose it is a bit strange. If Bezella herself had been caught, the story could have been brought to a more conclusive ending. Do you think there's some other reason?
Have you ever heard of a sequel, Luke? You never want to give up the plot that easily, because you can always milk it for more money as it goes on.
What?
Who would have thought a movie
Money?
about cars could turn into 10 movies at once?
10?
Yes, about cars.
What?
They're fast and furious.
Oh my god.
It's certainly a possibility. I don't suppose there are any other handmade picture books in the room apart from this one.
Why would a car be angry? Anyway, handmade picture books. I don't see any. Guess that must be the only one.
Which would imply this book has some special significance.
I guess so. After all, it is handmade. I bet she really treasured it. Do you think it was the storyteller who wrote this book?
The handwriting does seem very similar to that of the story. This book appears to have been written with a touch more care and attention, but I imagine it was a storyteller who wrote it.
He must have written it as a gift from father to daughter. That actually seems really thoughtful, even if the story itself is a little scary. I'd like to take this book to a speller.
Yes, let's do just that, Luke. We must take good care of it.
Whoops, I dropped it.
Oops, I stepped on it after you dropped it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Alright, I think the last thing we have is the door.
I believe you've seen all there is to see here. Let's press on, Luke.
Ooh, stairs.
Up to the storyteller's room. What could happen in here?
Whoa.
That's a hell of a place.
Weird. That piano is dope, though.
Yeah.
What do you make of this room, Professor? It's not very tidy.
This appears to be the very top room of the tower. Parchment lying on the floor here seems very similar to the type on which the storyteller writes his stories. I think we can say with some certainty that this is the storyteller's room.
Huh? This is the storyteller's room?
That's what I just said.
I was imagining something a bit grander, like a throne room with all kinds of posh decorations.
Well, I agree that it's a little eccentric. It's unmistakably the study of an author. Probably spent all his time in here, continuously writing these stories. What a busy man.
The stories. Wonder what the speller thought of it all. The father writing stories for all the townsfolk, I mean. Wonder if she looked forward to seeing the new stories completed. Or if she...
The stories are probably a little too mature in content for a young child. I don't imagine the storyteller would have shown a speller many of them.
But in that case, surely she can't have had many opportunities to even talk to her father, given how busy she was. Guess that means she was pretty lonely. It must have been hard for her, even knowing how important those stories are for the people of the town. But I don't think it's right. No child should be unable to talk with their father.
Absolutely agree, Luke. I believe it will be important in the upcoming trial to have the understanding of the speller's feelings towards her father.
Professor.
Knowing you, Luke, I'm sure you must have a lot of things on your mind at the moment. So if there's anything at all that you want to talk about, you will tell me, won't you?
Of course I will, Professor.
I'm always ready to listen, Luke. Now then, shall we start investigating this room?
I feel like we're missing some lore here.
Well, I mean, I assume that little 8-year-old boy on his own hanging out with a different gentleman.
Yeah.
He probably, I will assume that the family doesn't...
Is that
isn't
a doll of the storyteller?
This? I don't think so.
What is that?
It's definitely a doll, though.
There's a fish.
The fish isn't important. How dare you?
There's a fish. Oh, there's a fish.
Like a little beta in there.
Oh,
if
there
betas
is.
exist in this world. Okay, a bunch of papers on the ground.
Papers are strewn about the floor. Strange, does it appear as if they've been written on?
I know it sounds a bit silly, but let's not try to trample all over these papers, okay, Professor? Like you did with the book.
I didn't mean to.
Alright, some money there.
Oh.
All kinds of shit on this wall.
From the looks of this room, it appears the storyteller is quite the talented artist.
Something about this room really makes it feel a lot like the Professor's study.
Is it that messy in my room? I thought it was quite organized before the Village came around.
Nope.
Look, Professor! A photograph! Wait, I don't think they even have photographs in this town.
No, everything's drawn.
Indeed, it's not the kind of thing one would have expected to find here.
Too right. I certainly haven't seen any cameras about since we got here. There's no doubt this is a photo, though. What could that mean?
It's maybe in some way related to the tower being so closely protected. You've seen the photograph, Luke.
They're two children, both young girls. Oh.
That's not the twist I was expecting.
No.
Okay then.
The photo looks quite old, doesn't it?
I wonder who they are.
One of them is surely a speller. There can be little doubt about that.
Hey, you're right. Look at that pendant. It's the same one a speller always wears. That's why they both have matching pendants.
Uh-huh.
If she continued to wear it ever since shows just how important that pendant must be to her.
What about the other girl? Do you think she's a friend of Isabelle's?
Indeed, I'd wish the two of them were rather close friends at that. Why does she look so familiar? It's eating me away.
They do look pretty chummy, alright. See, they even have the same pendant.
A glimpse into Isabelle's past. This may well prove to be an important clue.
You think?
I would like to ask her about it face to face. It's better for the time being.
The thing is, friend or sister?
I definitely think it's sibling. I thought they implied a little bit that it was siblings. Sibling seems correct. Siblings can have different hair.
Yeah, I
But,
know. I would know.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any other clues. Whoa, hold on. I wonder if there are any other clues knocking around. I guess the phrasing
Well, I'd
threw
say
me
that
off.
something that you thought you saw moving earlier is a point worth pursuing.
But isn't this the last room in the tower? I must have just been imagining things.
Not necessarily, Luke. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a way of getting beyond even this room. Let's look around more closely.
Right, you are, Professor. How do they not
Interesting.
recognize Darklaw? I mean, like, come on.
I mean, to be fair, I suppose that Layton hasn't had that many run-ins with Darklaw.
True.
Phoenix had to deal with the whole courtroom thing on it.
Wow, it shows quite a bit of light coming through that stained glass window, huh?
I wonder if this is actually the topmost part of the tower.
Is there a way to find out if that's not the case? I don't even think I can touch anything else. I've gone and scoured around everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, except for this part of the piano. It's up. Okay, where's my mouse? There we go. And it's a puzzle. Of course it is.
This is...
What is it, Luke?
This letter on top of the piano.
What?
This was evidence during that trial.
And that trial, my boy?
Yes, the trial about Sir Belduke's death. That trial when you were...
Oh, you mean when I was turned into gold? In which case, this letter is the one that the storyteller's owl Hoot gave us after we last paid him a visit.
Well, yes it is, but that letter was completely blank, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
That was meant to be Sir Belduke's suicide note, which he addressed to the storyteller.
His suicide note, you say?
But Sir Belduke's butler swapped the letter for some plain sheets of parchment before it got delivered. And those blank sheets were given to us by Mr. Hoot, who knew something was strange about them.
I see. I certainly missed out on some intriguing developments during my absence.
The real suicide note was revealed at the trial.
Wow.
But how has it ended up here?
Well, I imagine that's quite simple, Luke. It's likely that, after the trial had finished, the letter was returned to its rightful owner. By Hoot. It was addressed to the storyteller, after all.
Right, I guess that does make sense. Suppose the storyteller finally had a chance to actually read it then.
Yes, in fact, it would be reasonable to assume that he most likely did so very recently. Perhaps even today while sitting at the piano. What on earth was going through his mind before that final parade? There's something we're not seeing here. We need to investigate this closely, Luke.
What could it be? Surely this is not a trap of some kind.
It's unlikely that a trap would be so obvious. Just a moment. There's some kind of puzzle in this piano.
Oh boy.
Well, you know what? As it brings us all up and we see whatever the hell this is, we'll go ahead and solve this puzzle next time.
Oh boy.
Because
It's really pretty looking.
It is. It's a 50 out of 50. Maybe a little intimidating, but you know what? I've solved worse. Bring it on. I'm the best at this. Now you can't topple me.
What's the highest there?
There was like we came across like a 70 once, but it was really
Whoa.
easy.
Whoa.
What the?
What just happened?
I'm not going to question it. I'm scared at this point. To be quite
Magic!
honest. Oh God.